Our favorite segment to watch a man cry.
Cry and beg and cope and lie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a look at this Memology 101
Mm-hmm.
from yesterday. Phil has decided that he's now woke side Phil. So what's crazy to me, Dark Side Phil decided to do a political show where it was right-wing leaning, where he supported Trump, and he was like with the Kino Casino boys. And now he's upset, after he chased away all of his progressive viewers. He's now upset that the remaining viewers he has don't want to watch him play a Sweet Baby Inc. game where it's a black female protagonist that picks cotton for magic powers.
Yeah, midnight down of midnight.
What? It's like, listen,
South of midnight. Midnight of South?
Let's be real. Like, this game, South of Midnight, regardless of your politics, whether you're right-wing, left-wing, whatever, this game is boring as fuck.
It looks terrible.
And everyone agrees it's terrible. The game is just really slow and really, really boring.
It's not even funny to make fun of.
A boring, bad game, Phil. Like, good streamers are able to carry it through. But you're terrible. Ultimately, Phil, what it comes down to, bro, is that you just don't have any real support. It's all inorganic. And you tapped Ryan for $2,000 like just a couple days ago, and now there's no money left. So that's why you're not hitting these goals. Yesterday, we had a double-double where 2 streams, he didn't even hit the goal.
Let's go!
He made $50 on one stream and like $53 on the other stream. And that was it. And it's like, ultimately, it comes down to the fact, Phil, that you're a boring fucking bum who doesn't have any real genuine support. That's what it comes down to. But we're also in this clip going to deal with him coping about WWE champions, et cetera, et cetera. Let's have a look.
And by the way, that game is not even fun to like make fun of. I watched someone play it for to bash it. They couldn't even make fun of it because it sucks. Shit.
I want you to understand.
1,000 players on release day on Steam. Oh, but it's on Game Pass. I'm sure it's got millions playing on Game Pass. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits, and if this stands, where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before, starting now, I'm going to lose my house.
Let's go.
I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. Credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to lose everything.
Here we go.
Let's see here. So Hogan, listen to this. Hogan Lover with a $1.99 super chat. Take your wife to a vacation. Stop playing WWE and Liquo. What?
So first of all, I immediately understood what he meant, which is liquor.
Yeah.
And the fact that Phil couldn't immediately understand, either he's playing dumb or he's just genuinely low IQ. Because the 3 things that he's been proven to waste all his money on are WWE champions, liquor, and DoorDash. But I guess if you leave the R off liquor, Phil just can't fill in the blanks because he's that low IQ. But this comment just fucking cooked him. It's like, by the way, Phil, it's $2. You could just ignore it. But he always takes the bait, and he always spurgs up because he's a lolcow. And he tries, I'm not actually. I'm a really sophisticated. No, you're actually just a low impulse control, low IQ bum, Phil. That's what you are. And there's no fixing it. You're just genetically
Liquo?
You lost me. At first, it definitely was like a trolling message, but you lost me in the end.
Is it really a troll message when it's the truth? You know what I'm saying? The guy is telling you the truth.
N-L-I-Q-U-O. What does that mean? N-Liquo? So this person is saying that I should spend my money on my wife and go on vacation rather than spending money on WWE.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I had to put on my exactly. I had to put on my slow glasses. Like when you get a message like that, you have to put on glasses and squint really hard.
A Slow glasses? This isn't a term that exists, Phil.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? I had to put on my slow glasses. Phil, you're slow in the mind. That's why you said you're slow glasses. It's you who's slow. Listen, when you're given every letter but one on Wheel of Fortune and you can't solve it, that's a symptom that it's you who's low IQ, Philip.
Exactly.
And then maybe what you should do, you take your head and you like slam it against the wall 7-8 times, and then your brain's addled enough you can understand the message. What he meant to type
I never knew he wore glasses.
was liquor. That I spent too much money on WWE and liquor, but he couldn't finish typing it because, you know, he's an exceptional individual. So again, I've explained to you guys that now the way that things are going, because you guys have been supporting me so much, we're now doing stuff that we've wanted to do, like, for example, around the house for a very long time. Like, we were able to finally clean out our garage. We were able to redo several different things.
What do you mean? You were able to clean out your garage because you were given money? Couldn't anybody have cleaned? Like, couldn't you have just cleaned it? Why did you need to be given $40,000 to clean your garage?
Wait. Hang on.
That doesn't make any sense, Phil.
Wait, $40,000. What did it came? May you explain?
Well, that's the amount of money he made during the casino arcs, because he's saying, oh, because of the casino viewers being generous and bringing all this money in, I've now been able to clean out my garage.
Pause. Even if you don't hire someone, why would you need money to clean out your garage?
I don't know. He's a filthy pig who had to pay somebody else to, because the thing is,
is that what he's saying?
Yeah, apparently what he did was he just stacks all of his trash in the garage and never takes it out.
No!
So he just piled trash bags and assorted junk to the fucking ceiling of the garage. Just various tchotchkes and worthless plastic junk, along with his garbage bags that were allowed to build up for years.
What?
And then he fucking took it out finally.
It's a pig pen.
It really is a pig pen. It just doesn't even make sense. Then he's going to say, we did this stuff around the house. Okay, tell me, what did you do around the house, Phil? Did you fix the toilet? Did you get a dishwasher? No.
Ashton, you know what's crazy too? When you like work 6 months straight, you've saved some money, taking a vacation, like you go, I was able to finally take some time off with his vacation is we cleaned the garage.
Yeah.
That's like your highlight of your like last 8 months of your life.
In the house, rooms and stuff. Not fully. Like, we still want to redo parts of the house fully and renovate them, but we can't afford that yet. Okay.
Why not? So,
how?
But he had all these tens of thousands of dollars for WWE champions, which we know it's still his account that he's still spending all this money on. He had all these money for the RGB lights and to do the setup and all the, but he, 2 different PCs that he got, et cetera, et cetera. But he had no money to fix his toilet. How about you just fix the toilet? How about you just get a fucking dishwasher? This is what's crazy. And the guy's still buried, by the way, in back taxes that he's just paying the bare fucking minimum on. Month to month to month, just allowing the interest to compound on it. The guy's a total fucking disgrace.
Most toilets in America cost between $159 to $485. You buy a $250, $300 one, get it installed for like $200. Bang.
He bought a $300 headset today, but there's no money for a dishwasher, which is why they have to eat off paper fucking plates.
Bro, it was a Logitech fucking wire. Shit, garbage. He's a mark.
But we're doing good stuff in the house. Now, would we like to go on a vacation eventually? Yes. Right now is just not the time.
He's been saying that exact line for 5 years straight now. So when will it be the time? You were offered by me all expenses paid, and I would have done it just to see in real life how you actually are. Like, I was curious. What is this guy actually like? Is he really this fucked in the head?
Yeah.
I wanted to see the dynamic between him and his wife firsthand so I could actually understand what the fuck was going on. So you had an offer for an all expenses paid vacation for you and your wife, and you turned it down. So when is the time, Phil?
Mm-hmm.
When will it be?
All right, being honest, we would
yes, chat. I did go deep into the toilet price
to do it.
'Cause
We're
it's not that
talking
much,
about
by
it.
the way.
We're working on it, but it's not something we can do at this time.
Actually, what toilet is broken,
We're
by the way?
working on it. Like, one of his toilets in the house doesn't flush, but he has one that works.
Okay.
All right, just being honest. When these idiots say stuff like, "Oh, you spend all your money on liquor and WWE champions,"
Phil,
do you understand?
Pause. The reason, Phil, that people say that is because we have your bank statements, Phil. We have your bank statements that showed how many thousands of dollars that you poured into WWE champions and DoorDash and liquor. It's not just speculation or even informed speculation. We have definitive proof, Phil. And we know that you still have that account. We see how many points it gets. And so therefore, TJ Gamebox, because of the points on the account, is able to figure out how much you spent, which was over $3,000 this week, Phil. $3,000.
No, they actually cap it. Ashton, they cap
No.
it. They don't.
They don't cap it. They sell $999 packs, Phil.
Yeah, so
They sell $999 shard packs, Philip.
he's gonna lie about
you're
them
telling
capping
me
it, which
that-
they don't.
Come on.
Understand how much money I would have to be spending to spend all my money on that? Are you stupid? I mean, yeah,
This is
if
his
you actually
definition
believe
is
that.
He's like, well, listen, I didn't spend all of my money. I just spent 90% of it. Because, of course, I still had to pay the mortgage and the electricity bill and this and that. But
Why not? Why not, since he's already admitted that he's playing it, show the account. Play it on stream.
Listen, the guy admitted to me privately, it is his account. Like, he's admitted to me he's still on that account.
Yeah.
Like, I know that you're on that account, that we all do.
Like, you're out of your mind. Like, you're that stupid. I would have to buy the whole fucking liquor store. What are you talking about?
What? Listen, so then he starts like trying to over exaggerate and make it look foolish. No, nobody's saying that you're buying the entire liquor store, Phil. Most of the money went to WWE champions. But, when you're spending $250 a month on gin in America, holy fuck, that's quite a lot of gin, bro.
Yeah.
You're going through at least 3 bottles a week of fucking gin. That's,
liquor,
pretty heavy drinking, bro.
in Canada, that's reasonable because alcohol here is like $1,000. But in America, it's like $20 a bottle. 26er, right?
Here's the truth. As you know, I can't stop burping right now. What the hell's going on? I'm sorry. As you know, I do spend money on things. I spend money sometimes on a mobile game. I spend money on things.
Show us. So show us then. Show us then. Show us. Show us your account.
For myself, I now have nice
That'll hurt
clothes
his
that
family. It's all a coat.
Nice clothes. What is this? Fucking a $25 shirt?
Come on, man.
Like, come on, bud. It's not
wear
like,
every day, right? I have socks that I bought for my feet. Can you believe?
You notice he has to show people his feet even still. It's just
I gotta say, this motherfucker's pretty. Like, oh no, that's easy.
he's lost his mind.
It looks like another like person put their foot up to pretend that.
Believe it? I wear socks and I have nice underwear now.
Oh my god.
Sure.
He's flexing underwear. Like, whoa, this isn't normal.
By the way, it's like I buy socks. Every N in the world owns socks. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
I revealed a couple weeks ago that I wear cologne, and people are like, "You wear cologne
on your show?"
Yeah, so the thing is, he buys cologne, he spritzes himself with it, and then just sits in an office all day, not interacting with anybody else, which is kind of demented, But
wow, that's fucked.
Cologne in the house? Why? Well, let's see. Because cologne smells good. Because I'm in a dingy office all day with the door closed and it's stuffy as shit.
Dingy office, like, bro, like, why don't you get one of those like scent dispensers or whatever, like essential oils or a Febreze? What's
these
it called?
things right here? See,
Yeah,
and you like
exactly,
put these things in. I don't have it on right now, but a candle, like a scent dispenser plus a fan. You feel nice, right?
Because I can afford it.
You're ever
But
seen
like
this guy? You ever
talking
seen this
about
guy?
he's talking about how he can afford it, right?
If
But
you
the
could
guy
afford,
cries poor every fucking day. So like, which is it? You're a super successful king, or you're like a dirt poor fucking beggar? Like the thing is, this guy begged for fucking Little Caesars. He couldn't afford it. It's like, well, my wife is hungry and she's gonna have to come home from work, and it's like, how about you just fork out the money for it then? You got $2,000 this fucking week, bro, but you can't find the fucking $20 for Little Caesars? Really? So your
Wait.
wife has to suffer. And then he
Was it
guilt
this
trips
one?
the audience.
Was
Yes.
it this one? Okay. Wait, so Little Caesars in America, what is it? Like, is it triple the price from Canada? Which would still be
No.
$15, by the way?
afford
Oh my
cologne
God.
every day, you'd probably wear it too. I'm just saying. But the point I'm making here is, you know, I now am doing well off that I can do things that I used
But
to.
then you're gonna cry about Little Caesars?
I know, man. I know.
Okay, it's $7 in America, so $9 Canadian.
The crazy bread was only $4, but because Phil had to get it on DoorDash, it was $8. Which, by the way, getting Little Caesars delivered is one of the most fucking retarded things.
Well, yeah, the whole
The
point
of
is
Little Caesars is it's hot and
it's
ready.
ready-made.
You go there, you pick it up. It's super cheap, and then that's it.
Yeah.
To not be able to do. All right. I'm not spending all of my money on a mobile game. You're out of your mind. Like, do I spend money on stuff? Yes, I do. And it's all well within reason. It's
No, it's
very
not.
balanced and
Phil,
you know,
you went bankrupt, Phil. You went bankrupt, Phil. Like, what in the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, this is crazy. This is delusion.
Zero savings.
the problem is a lot of you people are idiots and you just believe the
it's us that
nonsense.
are
Like,
idiots.
like
You're broke.
Yeah,
We know
the
you're broke.
nonsense. You know, like the actual evidence that TJ Gamebox presents that's completely factual, that shows down to the dollar what you're spending. And even if he was off by, let's say, $100, $200, $500, you still would have spent $2,500 on fucking WWE champions this week, bud.
Also,
By the way,
we know how
I
much
just
you
want to
make.
point out the character that he spent $3,000 to
What?
get was Rhea Ripley, who's a Dommy mummy. So again, there's like Phil's weird repressed sexuality coming out that he spent $3,000 to get femdom by an Australian wrestler.
By the way, Phil, we know how much you make. We see your income as well. It's not that we just see your out, like how much you spend. We see, oh, you made $100 today, minus 30%. You made $70. Like we know you're broke.
like yesterday, and I don't know, I'm assuming this was a new detractor meme. Yesterday,
Is there any other income, by the way, besides what he's doing right now and his wife's job? Doing
No,
okay,
no.
there. And she's minimum wage, so
there was like 2 or 3 people who came into chat and they were saying that I spent $2,900
You did.
over the weekend on WWE champions. If you actually believe that I spent $2,900
why wouldn't I
on
believe that?
WWE champions this last week,
You made
But here's the
2K
thing.
and then
This is the
100.
same- But
Right.
this is the same argument he made in the past. If you really believe I would have spent $40,000, $100,000, and then it all turned out it was true. He did spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a mobile game. Yeah, it is ridiculous. It strains credulity to believe that it's the case. But with you, you have a pattern of this behavior, so it's not that ridiculous, Phil.
Well, it was on the weekend. The week before, you had made $2,000 one day and $150 on each of your goals. So the math actually adds up that you made about $4 to $5K that week. So the $2,900 is plausible. On the day that you made a big amount, you spent the big amount. Yeah, it makes sense, you fucking tard.
weekend, you need to immediately go to the hospital. I have never once in my life spent $3,000 on WWE
No,
champions.
Phil, that's
Like,
a lie.
what the fuck are you talking-
You admitted it.
Lie.
You admitted
You've
it.
admitted to spending tens of $1,000s on champions multiple times, Phil. And you're just like a liar, man. It's like, who's gonna believe this shit?
Liar.
About. Do I spend money? Yes, I do. Do I spend $3,000 in one weekend on WWE champions? No. There's not even you couldn't even spend $3,000. Like, for example, in that game, if you want to get a character, they have ways that if you spend certain amounts of money, you just get the character. Not once ever in the history of the game has it been $3,000. But this is the idiocy these people make up.
What we're being told. Oh, yeah, these mobile games with their microtransactions that are highly predatory and manipulative, yeah, they're very charitable, and they make sure that you get the character without spending a ton of money.
Yeah, they're fair.
Yeah, that's why you've put over 6 figures into this game, right, Phil? They give you pity pulls, which, by the way, like Phil talking about how there's pity pulls and stuff like this, if you go to the WWE Champions Reddit, that question is directly asked, and it's answered no. They don't have a system where if you spend a certain amount, you're guaranteed to get it. You could just keep spending and spending and spending. Yeah. And it's not just to get the character, it's to level up the character, to max them out, to get all the gear, to get all the shards. I mean, this is a game that sells $999 microtransactions. So just 3 of those alone would be the $3,000. And like, we've seen this guy play the game firsthand and stream it. It's $100 to do a pull that's worth anything. And most of the time you get duplicates and garbage. So what we're really talking about is him doing 30 pulls on this game, which I could very easily see him doing, considering he's a known mobile game addict and it was his birthday week. It all just kind of adds up.
Yeah, and he made that money.
It's easier to believe that he did spend it than that he didn't. That's the thing, Phil.
And how he... how he justified it was, well, it's my birthday week and I made $3,000 on my birthday. Why wouldn't I do a Hogan pull? If the wife's angry at me, I could just be like, well, it's my birthday and I'm working hard for my money. Like, it's easy to justify it in your brain. Plus, you've done it before, Phil.
They'll say, people will believe, Hogan Lover actually believes that this last weekend, I spent $3,000.
Yes, we all do.
On a mobile game.
Because then you beg for money for Little Caesars.
I love how somehow he's the retard. You know what I'm saying? And not Phil, it's the retard for wasting thousands on a mobile game. That's crazy.
Well, Ashton, doesn't it make sense too? He made the money on his birthday, spent it all on the weekend. Now he's begging for money to buy Little Caesars, the cheapest pizza on the planet.
Yeah.
It makes sense. He's the retard. Yeah, that's funny.
Then I went to the liquor store and I spent like $1,000 on liquor. They actually
he's doing this over exactly. Nobody's saying you went to the liquor store and spent $1,000.
Incredulous.
No, nobody's saying that, Phil.
Yeah.
This is delusional what you're doing, Phil.
Believe that. Yes, you are. Fuck you. But again, these are from morons who they listen to the dumbest people. Why do you think someone wants you to think that I spent $3,000 on a mobile game this last weekend?
Pause. No, nobody wants you to think that. It's just a fact, Phil.
Yeah.
It's just a fact, Phil.
And the thing is,
this is the conspiracy against me, guys.
And the fact is, you can spend your money on whatever the fuck you want, Phil, but you don't make enough that you should be spending that because you have to pay taxes, which is going to lead to bankruptcy. Plus, your wife is downstairs crying.
Yeah.
And fat and not on vacation.
You're forcing her to go to work at a minimum wage retail job because you blew all your money. It's pathetic, Phil.
That's why people look, if you're a millionaire and you bought 10,000 of Hogan pulls, I wouldn't care, but you're broke.
But it's on everybody else to bail him out. When he does this fucking ridiculous spending, it's on you, the viewer, to pay his bills, to pay his taxes, all this stuff, and he guilt trips you about it and is super manipulative about it. And that's just where it's like slimy and unethical. And then you find out the vast majority of people who donate to him, and then you find out the vast majority of people who donate. So he's just scamming.
That's weird. Sorry, the thing just started playing on the back end here. But yes, I agree, Ashton.
Because you're dumb, you're gullible, and you believe it, and you give them views, and you give them money on their streams.
No,
they literally milk your stupidity.
That's what you're doing right now. You're believing your audience is gullible and stupid enough to believe you. when we have hard evidence through your bank leaks of you spending thousands and thousands of dollars.
He admitted it to us when we had him on for the first time.
And then they're making money on it.
And you were lying for the first 17 years of your life, but now in the last week you're telling the truth?
By the way, TJ Gamebox doesn't make a fucking dime. He doesn't stream,
Yeah.
you know? And the guy also plays the game himself, Phil.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you not understand this? I'm at such a loss that you guys are so fucking stupid to believe this dumb shit. Again,
Right.
I'm not even lying to you, all right? I do spend money on frivolous...
As he lies.
As the liar. I mean, I swear to God. Like, okay.
things. I absolutely do. Okay. But it's not out of control spending at all. It's all under control and fine. I'm not breaking the bank.
Okay, so why are you asking for people for little? No, here's the thing: is he asks for Little Caesars or Cat's gonna go hungry?
Yes.
She should go hungry.
Not going bankrupt a second time on this stuff. And there's literally no way you could spend $3,000 in WWE Champions in a weekend. There's nothing you could spend it on. You would get any new character, any new event, you would max the event and get the character long before you've spent $3,000.
Whoa. By the way, how would you know this, Phil?
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's never played it. He's never spent $3,000.
Right? He knows an awful lot about WWE Champions.
So you'd be actually spending money for nothing. You get nothing out of it. Why would you do that? There's not even a prospect of getting something by spending that much in the game. You'd have to be a moron to believe that. But again, these people are morons.
Then why did you spend tens of thousands of dollars on the game, Phil? You know, it doesn't make sense. Just on the face of it.
Okay. Hang on. In WWE Champions,
he spent like $2,000 on his stream account and didn't max shit. Well, if you just go to TJ Gamebox's Twitter, you can see he gives examples of how you could spend $3,000 this weekend on WWE Champions.
Okay, in WWE Champions, while you can't max an event in the sense of a fixed monetary reward, you can maximize your earnings by completing all tasks and milestones. This stuff.
To believe it. Here's the thing. Real gambling, you could spend that much. You can't on a mobile.
Yeah, and you can make money from it.
No, but this is insane. Like, there is actually no limit to what you could spend on this mobile game, Phil. Like, they will just allow you to spend and spend and spend and spend.
Yeah.
They will, Phil.
And at least with gambling, when you're on the fucking roulette and you put all your money on red, there's a 50% chance you'll make double your money. Like, you know what I mean?
Mobile game, they have guaranteed amounts that you spend where you get what you're going for anyway.
It's so true.
No,
why would they cap it? Why would they cap it? They don't care. Oh, Ashton. Yeah, the fucking, we all know the most honorable fucking thing out there is the loot box system. Right. It's always known for its.
That's what he's trying to say. That's why Scopely is $1 billion company, Phil. Right?
Yeah.
They've built the game that way so that you don't continuously spend, that you hit that amount to spend and then you get the reward, as opposed to a gambler just keeps throwing money into a slot machine hoping that one of these pulls it's going to win and you might never win. With mobile
yeah, but when you win money. When you win a digital card that takes no money to print, and also its rarity is completely fabricated by math. It's not like, oh, there's like 4 Charizards left in the world. There's no real value.
Relic here says he knows Scopely's Star Trek game and people spend unlimited amounts of money on it. This the thing is, like, when it comes to like the Star Trek and WWE IPs, these people are full-on marks that will spend their entire life savings on it. And Phil is that guy. He needs to just be honest about this stuff.
Yeah.
Just be honest about your spending, Phil.
Oh, yeah. Redvan Khan in chat goes, it's like a heroin junkie claiming that his heroin isn't addicting. How many times do you hear that? Oh, I could quit anytime. Stop.
gaming, these games have built that you're going to get it anyway. So when these idiots say this dumb shit, it's because they don't even understand how the games work, because they want to spin it in a way that you think the most ludicrous.
You don't even understand mobile game micro transactions.
Yeah.
Now me, who's an addict to it, it's like a heroin addict telling you don't actually understand what shooting heroin is like. It's like, well, I can see that you're dying on the sidewalk. And with Phil, it's like, I can see that you went bankrupt. I can see that you have a toilet that doesn't work because you tell me, and like, oh, you can see you can't afford Little Caesars. Like, I see what this is doing to you. But you're, oh, no, it's not that bad, bro. Why don't you try it? And what's crazy is the guy that's calling him out on it plays the game every day. So it's like he's being told straight up by another heroin addict what this is. But he still denies it.
Out there nonsense. That's just not true. But for God's sakes, believe it. Keep living your fantasy, your weirdo fantasy, where you think that it's like such an amazing thing.
By the way, thank you, Mimology, with this edit's so good because he removes all like the blank. There's like
the dead
5
air.
seconds of dead air between every sentence.
That a YouTuber like Darkside Phil spends $3,000 on a mobile game. Literally not in the entirety of that fucking game did that ever happen. $3,000 in a weekend on an event. You're out of your mind. You're insane.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen.
Phil, I can see the leaderboard, and you were only like, what, 12th this week? So there were 11 people who spent even more than Phil.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pretend that there's nobody who ever spends money on this. It's ludicrous. No, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, he's playing the fucking, this game looks like shit, dude.
Folks, 2 things. Number 1, I got to pee. Number 2, my wife just got home. So I'm going to take a brief break here in order to use the restroom and also to say hello to her and all of that. It's probably like 5-10 minutes tops. We still have about 90 minutes left of gameplay on the stream.